On this episode, we talk renovations, knockdown rebuilds, house and land packages, and new homes. So don't go anywhere. All right, guys, welcome back for the first episode of Simone TV for 2018. And I hope everybody had a very, very safe Christmas and a great New Year's. And it's good to be back, bringing you another year of Simone TV episodes. Now, on this episode, I've had a lot of people come to me over the past couple of weeks, and a lot of people wanted to take the Christmas break to think about their project, discuss their project, and come to a conclusion and work out what they actually want to do. But I've found that a lot of people are still very confused with what they want to do with their building project. So, what I want to do today, I want to cover the options that you may have. And I don't want to actually compare them. I want to give you a set of questions that'd be good if you got to sit down with your family to answer these questions. Then you may be well on your way to making a decision. So the few options that you probably do have is, do you want to renovate? So is this something you want to do is stay in the same area, renovate? Do you want to knock down and rebuild? Do you want to buy a house and land package, or do you want to purchase the block yourself and then source the builder? So these are pretty much your most of your options that you're going to have. So what I'm going to do, I've got 4 questions and topics that you need to sit down and discuss with your family. That's going to put you well on the way to finding out what's going to be the best situation for you. All right, guys, obviously the first one is the dollars. Before anything, the main thing is going to do is you want to work out how much you want to spend on this project. Now, I didn't say how much you can afford, because most of the time you might find that you can afford a lot more, but you may not want to spend a certain amount. So let's say, for example, you can spend $200,000 on a project, but you only want to spend $100,000. So that's what the difference is, guys. You want to work out how much you want to spend on this project. Is this going to be something you're going to be living in for a long time? Is it going to be a short-term plan? So maybe a short-term plan you might decide you want to spend not as much on. Is it a long-term plan? Is it your dream home? You may have a lot bigger of a budget. So the first thing you want to do, guys, sit down, narrow down the budget. Once again, guys, not what you can afford, but what you actually want to spend. Because at the same time, guys, you don't want to always go to the peak that you can actually afford, because you want to give yourselves a little bit of breathing room and make sure you have enough built in there as a bit of a contingency. All right, the next thing I want to talk about is the area. Now, let's say, for example, you're living in an area that you do like. So maybe a renovation or a knockdown rebuild is going to be good for you. So that's what you want to do, guys. First things first is establish, do you like the area? Would you be happy to live there for the next 5 to 10 years? Or do you want to find a new area? The area that you're living in at the moment, you want to also find out, is it close to schools? Is it close to shops? Can you walk to these things? And then, guys, if you have decided that you do want to move, then ask yourself the exact same questions. Is the new place you're trying to locate, is it close to shops, schools? Maybe you catch a train to work, so how far is it from a train station? So this has all got to do with the area. So once you work out, you know the area you want, or if you want to move from the area that you're currently in, there's another good question that's going to help you make a decision in what you want to do. All right, guys, the next thing is the family. So this comes down to family size and what you're actually doing. So let's start at the bottom end of the scale. Are you a newly married couple? Maybe it's just you and your partner, and you don't need much right now and you're looking for a short-term solution. Maybe you are just married and you have a kid and you're looking to grow your family. So maybe you're going to have to look that I need a house that can hold 1 or 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 kids. So this is something you have to look at with your family when it's growing, the size. Maybe you're at the other end. Maybe you're a little bit older in life. Maybe all your kids have grown up and they've moved out, and it's just you and your partner as well. And maybe you only want a single story. Maybe you currently live in a double story. So, all different types of aspects here with regards to your family. Is your family going to be growing, or is your family going to be decreasing? So that's one of the points here you want to understand when talking about your family. All right, the last one here now is time. Now, obviously time is a big factor when it comes to doing all these different solutions to your property. So let's talk about renovations. Now, renovations is a little bit of a tricky one. Like, do you want to stay in your home? Maybe you're not even able to stay in your home while renovations are happening. Maybe you don't even want to because you don't want to be around all the mess and all the noise. So it might be a bit tricky and a bit hard. Knock down, rebuild. So I'm talking about how many times you're going to have to actually move. So if you're doing a knock down and rebuild, you're going to have to move from where you currently are into, say, with your parents or some family members or even a rental. So you got one move, then you got a second move, you have to move back into your new home. So maybe that's not going to fit into your time frame and a bit awkward with your family because you have young kids. So that may be a little bit hard to do. Buying a house and land package. So this one here, maybe hopefully you're able to only have one move. So move directly from where you guys are straight into the next property. That's definitely going to save you some time as well too. And then obviously sourcing your own block and then finding a builder from there. Another great option, but also comes down to time. How much time do you have, as in, putting all the time into finding the land and then the time into finding the builder. And then also people wanting to try to tackle the projects on their own, building their own homes, doing their own renovations, maybe sourcing their own sort of land. How much time do you actually have to spend on this? Is it better off trying to get someone to do that for you? Now, guys, I did write a blog on this last week, but I thought it was such an important topic to kick off 2018 with because I still find people are very confused. So I will, over the course of the next few months, try and narrow a lot more detail down about renovations, talking about knockdown and rebuilds, talking about a house and land package, and talking about sourcing your own block and then sourcing your own builder. But what I wanted to do today, guys, is give you a set of questions that you can actually sit down and have a discussion about. And if you know exactly, clearly answer these 4 questions, then hopefully you'll be well on the way to making an informed decision, and hopefully you're not going to be confused anymore. All right, guys, thank you very much for joining me on the first episode of Simone TV for 2018. If you still know someone who is confused, then definitely tag them in the comments below or share this video with them. So maybe this might be their chance to clear up their thoughts and actually get 2018 on to their goals. All right, guys, I will catch you same time, same place right here next week. Thank you very much. Bye for now.